Imagine this, if you will. You're exploring a dusty, reddish landscape. It's quiet, very quiet indeed. You decide it's the perfect moment for a selfie. You strike a pose, your best side forward. Then, just as the camera clicks, something unexpected happens in the background. A towering, swirling column of dust decides it wants in on the action. Well, that's what happened to NASA's Perseverance rover on Mars. Our plucky explorer wasn't just taking any old holiday snap, it was documenting its journey, and Mars decided to add a little dramatic flair. Perseverance has been sending back breathtaking images since it landed in Jezero crater in February 2021. But this particular image has a bit of extra pizzazz, hasn't it? It's one thing to see the stunning desolation of the Martian surface, the ancient river deltas, the intriguing rock formations. It's quite another to see your multi-billion-dollar rover casually posing while a Martian dust devil spins merrily along in the distance. This selfie isn't just for the scrapbook, it's a snapshot of an active, evolving world, and Perseverance is our intrepid guide. Right, so what exactly is this Martian photobomber, this dust devil? Well, you've probably seen something similar on Earth, perhaps on a hot, dry, dusty day. They're like miniature, short-lived tornadoes, but they're not usually associated with thunderstorms or severe weather. Instead, they form when the ground gets really hot, much hotter than the air just above it. This hot air near the surface rises rapidly through the cooler, denser air above it. If the conditions are just right, this rising column of air can start to rotate, picking up dust and debris as it goes. On Mars, the thin atmosphere means temperature differences between the ground and the air can become quite extreme very quickly. These updrafts can then begin to spin, and because there's plenty of fine Martian dust lying around, that famous red dust, they become visible as dust devils. They can be much larger on Mars than their terrestrial cousins, sometimes reaching several miles high. Now, let's talk about the star of the show, besides the dusty twister, of course. I'm referring to the Perseverance rover. This isn't just any old remote-controlled car, it's a marvel of human ingenuity. A rolling laboratory packed with sophisticated instruments, all designed to explore the Jezero crater and search for signs of ancient microbial life. It's about the size of a small car, weighs just over a ton, and it's powered by a radioisotope thermoelectric generator, which uses the heat from decaying plutonium to generate electricity. Perseverance is equipped with 23 cameras, allowing it to navigate, inspect rocks, and send back stunning panoramic views. For taking selfies, it relies on a special camera called Watson, located on the end of the rover's 2-meter-long robotic arm. The robotic arm takes a series of individual images, moving and angling itself between each shot. These images are then sent back to Earth, where engineers at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory stitch them together into a seamless selfie. Alright, so a rover took a selfie with a dust devil. It's a fantastic picture, no doubt, but is there more to it than just a pretty or rather dusty picture? Absolutely. This isn't just about cosmic photobombing, it's about serious science. These dust devils play a crucial role in the Martian environment. Understanding them helps us understand Mars itself, its current climate, and even its past. One of the most important things dust devils do on Mars is move dust around. Mars is a very dusty planet, and this dust gets everywhere. Dust devils are one of the primary mechanisms for lifting this fine dust high into the atmosphere. Once it's up there, it can be transported vast distances, influencing Martian weather patterns, and even the planet's overall temperature by absorbing or reflecting sunlight. By capturing images and data of dust devils, like this one with Perseverance, scientists can learn a lot about their characteristics. This information is vital for refining our atmospheric models of Mars. When Perseverance spots a dust devil, especially one that wanders into a selfie frame, it's not just a visual treat, it's a scientific opportunity. The rover is equipped with a whole host of instruments that can gather information far beyond what a simple photograph can tell us. For instance, its weather station, called MEDA, Mars Environmental Dynamics Analyzer, can measure wind speed and direction, temperature, humidity, and the amount and size of dust particles in the atmosphere. If a dust devil passes nearby, or even over the rover, MEDA can provide a wealth of in situ data. From the image itself, scientists can perform some clever analysis. By knowing the rover's location and the camera's field of view, they can estimate the dust devil's distance. Comparing its apparent size in the image to its estimated distance allows them to calculate its actual height and width. If they are lucky enough to capture a sequence of images or even a short video, they can track its movement across the landscape, calculating its speed and direction. This helps to understand the local wind patterns that spawn and steer these dusty vortices. All this information feeds into our broader understanding of Mars's climate system. When you look at that image of Perseverance with the dust devil swirling in the Martian background, there's a strange sense of familiarity, isn't there? We've seen dust devils here on Earth, perhaps in a desert documentary or even in our own backyards if we live in a dry, dusty region. It's a reminder that while Mars is an alien world, millions of miles away, governed by its own unique conditions, the fundamental laws of physics that create these phenomena are the same across the cosmos. Hot air rises, spinning columns form, dust gets lifted, it's a universal dance. Perseverance, our robotic explorer, acts as our proxy, our eyes and ears on this distant world. It doesn't just send back data and rock samples. It sends back moments of connection. A selfie, a photobombing dust devil. These are things we can relate to on a human level, even if the context is utterly extraordinary. It helps to bridge that vast gulf of space, making Mars feel a little less alien and a little more like a neighbor, albeit a rather dusty and cold one. It sparks our curiosity and fuels our desire to explore further.